what if we do this? So still to this day, they still work with those groups and hiring those youth from there. So it's like, even in like, sure, I could have made it easy for myself, but do I ever make it easy for myself, Katrina?
I don't think any of us do. No.
And I was just like, no, why don't we like just do this instead, right? So leverage whatever power that you have. And sometimes like, I've been in rooms with different like, or people who are like, I don't know what to do. I have to ask the board. I have to ask this. I'm like, but who brings it up to the board? You do. I'm like, who brings up ideas? Does the board just say, like, support what you say? Okay, cool. Why don't you make meetings with the members from different boards to talk about something else? It's like we put and you know, we can be complicit in these things. So even as in nonprofits, right, when we go, it's like, what is the power that we have? What is something we can leverage? And yes, until we bring it down and build up a community co-op, something there, you know, how do we do that for other fellow people? Invite someone in, and the last thing I'll think, because I know they're going next, is like, one of my mentors would always say, like, if I'm in the room, I'm bringing somebody else with me. Like, that room that I go in, like, she would always say, put your lipstick and bring someone with you. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And still to this day, I'm like, if I go somewhere, I'm like, okay, like, I'll go. Just go. Anyway.
We, in 8 minutes, have a performance starting. So we're gonna take 5 more. Thank you so much. This conversation could have gone for another 3 hours, I'm sure. But we'll go to the digital attendance. Thank you so much for being with us. If we can keep it to 2 minutes, so that we have enough time to come back here to the room before we wrap up. But thank you. I have been saying, people have been saying your wonderful comments in the chat. Allison or Michael.
We can hear you. You've been glitching a bit. We can hear you sort of. We're getting most words, but not all words. But I know we're both like super grateful to be hearing this amazing conversation. Were you inviting us to have final remarks?
Yes. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay. Allison, do you want to go?
No, you go, Michael, first.
You go first. I think the conversation about guaranteed income and the challenges that we face as artists in our community, both at sort of sustaining this work, is really connected to me to one of the places we started in the conversation, intersectionality and solidarity.
And sort of that being not just about artists, but about people in different fields. And obviously Jasmine's there, and her work reflects that solidarity in a super arts-based, really practical way. I'm one of Jasmine's great admirers, so it's cool to sort of be in the circle, even virtually, with her. I want to say also to that point, as part of my 2 minutes, while we were on this, I got an email from a friend/colleague who works in the health and partnership space for the federal government. She just emailed me to be like, hey, I just wanted you to know, you know, I just got an email from the federal government. I'm fired. You know, I'm done as of today. I'm not supposed to go into work tomorrow. She's an amazing person who's been doing work for years in community, both at the local level and also sort of at a regional kind of capacity building level. So the conversation that we're having, you know, obviously is like super granular, the niche of artists doing this work. And like, so many folks are experiencing so much trauma, lack of support, lack of respect, lack of appreciation, lack of attention for the kinds of work that I think everyone in this circle probably focuses on, which is connective work that builds personal capacity and community capacity for change, for justice, for connection. And that we're a part of quite a larger circle. And I think in addition to this circle being strong, that we're a part of, like, how do we make the circle bigger in collaboration and conversation with all those folks as well. So maybe I'll just sort of pass it on to Allison.
Yeah, and I would just say, I mean, I think everybody in this room knows this, that mutual aid has to be at the core of what we do. And I mean, both to expanding, to having, you know, well, am I still there? Oh, both to, you know, having food at our theaters, having kids at our theaters, but also there are going to be compounding crises, not just from climate change, but from all the other shit that's being dumped on our head. And it's, it's not going to be easy, but we have to return to our core of mutual aid, which is what human beings evolved to do. And we can't forget that, because we live in a society that refuses to acknowledge that fact and prefers to extract and destroy. You are all precious and valuable, and the work you do is valiant and essential. And I thank you for that. And I hope that we as a culture can learn to take better care of your essential and beautiful selves.
Echo.
Profit fuckery is like you just have to make the choice to change it, agree with it, and go with it. And I just think I encourage that a lot moving out of this.
Yeah. I want to say I appreciate Elizabeth's comment, and I think holding forth at the top of our heads who benefits from any individual thing is a really important question to always hold. I saw a meme recently, I don't know why this is coming up right now, but it said, democracy exists based on the bits and pieces of trust that we have, and autocracy exists on fear, and the fear that people hold. And I don't know about everybody else's group, I would love to learn more about your other groups, but I've found that the work we do within Community of Civic Actors Studio is what we call a trust accelerator. In 4 days of intensity, a group of strangers come together and actually trust one another and look out for one another and produce that mutual aid. And so I just would say that our whole society is hungry for trust generators, and we have a role to play, we have responsibility, and we have the tools, because I think in order to put on any production, you have to figure out how to get a group of people to be more connected, collaborative, flexible, and so I'd say that the work we do has even more import in terms of binding us together. And it's true, coalitions might not last forever, and how can we become okay with what I call civic trust currency, and the idea that it's ephemeral by nature, will last for only a certain time, but it is a resource that can continually be generated if we put our efforts towards it.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm going to rapidly respond to, I ditched every class in high school except for theater, left with a 0.7, and then transferred to UC Berkeley. Go Bears after theater saved my life. And so the community, the value of what we're doing is unspeakable. And FDR, during the riots and mass demonstrations, from the military to the workers to all kinds of people, which I'm sure many of you are aware, we're very comparable to right now, the 1930s. And the financial breakdown and the authoritarianship rising, all sorts of things. And when the laborers had FDR at the table, from forcing that table to happen, he was like, I'm for this, you're gonna have to make me in Congress. I can't just sign a pen. It's politically unsalvageable. You have to keep forcing it. Somebody spoke to that, to forming a coalition. we are not going to get this by filling out applications. So thank you so much for what you're all doing. Please connect with each other, get emails, get phone numbers. This is meant to be a leaping off place. Thank you for dealing with the maybe clunky launch of the conversation, but it went into such beautiful terrain, and the value that you each are bring cannot be overstated. If you could help us clear chairs out into the room, in the lobby for the next performance. Thank you, Michael and Allison. You're wonderful. Thank you, everyone. They were writing.
House, which is a transitional home for formerly incarcerated women. These brave, beautiful souls have come together and worked in a 16-week process to develop a show based on a theme that spoke to them, based on words and scenes and poems that fit into the season that they were going through. So tonight we present Behind the Mask, a show about masking and mental wellness. And we also had a virtual storytelling group that met on Fridays that wrote poems on home and displacement. Big themes that can mean so many things to all of us. So today I invite you to open your hearts, close your eyes, open your eyes, and let them just take you to places and spaces. And we'll begin our show.
This is the hug stand. This concept was created by Mandy Pratt, who growing up believed she was never hugged enough, so she wanted a way to give them to everyone. So anyone who's ever felt unloved, unwanted, alone, or cast out, these hugs are for you.
My name is Joan. I'm doing a poem called Home. Home to me is spending time together, enjoying each other's company. Home is everything to me. Love, joy, peace, happiness, as well as loneliness and sadness. Home shapes us into who we are today. Although we've changed a lot of the ways and traditions in which we grew up and know, now we make our own traditions and the way that life works for us in our home. Home is where the heart is.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Latrice, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my home. My home is and have been both good and bad, happy and sad. My home is a mixture of joy and pain, a place where I've experienced negative and positive, but mostly love. My home has been prison, but now I'm free. God has blessed and rescued me, both from the confinement of a cell, also from my past, and a dark place for me. The walls that held me were a difficult and dreadful place, but now I'm free. The door has been opened, and now I see the world is my oyster. I'm ready to be a much better me. My home is a symbol of redemption from shame, a place where I've suffered, shamed, and been blamed, where memories of my past haunt but inspire. The struggle is like a fire, ignited to never forget that God is not through with me yet. I get that I still have a lot of work to do, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, both mentally and physically. I'm giving my all. I've accepted the call to uplift my life. I want to be better, to heal and to grow. Where my heart was once broken, I want to restore and glow. For my family and me, and for all to see what God has and still is doing for me. Thank you.
My next poem is called I Am. I am tiny and strong. I am cute as well as beautiful. I am crafty and smart. I am a go-getter to go get things done. I am all about my business, making the world a beautiful place. I am just the way that God made me to spread love, joy, peace, and happiness. I am a flower lover, just can't get enough. I am a builder and a cleaner. Those are, and I love being creative. Yes, that's me, a loving hummingbird.
This is something that I wanted to share, that we can take things and put it in perspective however you see it. Hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies have 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Negative has 8 letters, but so does positive. Under has 5 letters, but so does above. Right has 5 letters, but so does wrong. Hurt has 4 letters, and so does heal. Life has both positive and negative. Which would you choose and which would you prefer?
All right, I'm going to do a little skit. It's about hummingbird, koala bear, and the lizard. Hey, where you going? Who are you talking to? Said the hummingbird. You. Hey, what are you listening to? My song. What's your song? It's called Through the Lens. Who made it? A very gifted lady who thought enough of us hummingbirds to make a song. Her name is Miss Carly Pierce. She made it just for us hummingbirds. Hey, koala bear, you hear this? Said the lizard. First of all, I'm not a koala bear. I am a marsupial, and my name is Koala. Period. If you listen to my song that was made for me, you would know that I'm not a bear. So now, you got a song written about you too? Yes. So who made a song about you? Mr. Dunn Spencer. Hey, you think someone will make a song about me, just for me? Yeah. So the hummingbird, koala bear, and the lizard set out to find someone to make a song just for him. To be continued.
This poem is called Nostalgia. There's so many ways to bring on the feeling of living in the best parts of the past. But alas, as with any good high, there's no absolute way of making it last. The come down sets in, the good vibes fade away, the heart begins to yearn for a way to make the feeling stay. Then it's gone, before you can even take a breath, leaving you with ghosts of memories dancing in your head, taunting you to change the past, knowing that you know there's no going back.
Mom, I'm not gonna be here long.
We can relax together.
How about we go out to eat? What about bowling? How about get our nails done?
Getting our nails done sound closest to relaxing. Let's do that. You can?
Yeah, Mom, I'll pay.
Ooh, we good. Okay, I'll finish up my breakfast and get some new clothes on and we can go.
Okay, I'm gonna finish up these dishes. I'm gonna straighten up the house and I'm having a shower and I'll be ready.
Oh, see, now you're doing too much.
That's not doing too much.
It is, because your straighten up isn't just straighten up. You're gonna get to wiping down chairs, wiping down the tables, cleaning all surfaces, wiping the walls and the baseboards, and then you'll be in the shower for 45 minutes. By the time you get done doing all that, the sun will be down and the nail salon will be closed. Why can't you never just sit still?
Mama, I stay moving because every time I sit down, I pay the class over and over again in my head.
But why is that?
Because I feel like a failure. I was too weak to care for my children properly.
You cannot change the past. Stop beating up on yourself. Trust me, I spent many years doing that. It does the mind, the body, and the heart no good. Trust that everything happened for a reason.
Trying to find a reason to why I had to endure violence in my marriage, why it took for me losing my last child to death, for me to finally get the courage to leave. I feel so stupid.
You are not stupid. You were a battered woman. You couldn't protect yourself. So how are you going to protect those children? You and your children have been delivered from your oppression activity that was done in your home. There's joy in that. There's peace in that. Count it all joy.
You are right. You are right. Joy is long suffering as well as patience. So I will use this time to wait, and I will choose to wait well. Trying to find the reasons to why I had to endure violence in my marriage, why it took for me losing my last kids to death, for me to finally get the courage to leave.
I get that. I really do. But how do you think I feel as the grandmother? I fought to have them. I feel so robbed.
You are right, the enemy does come to kill, steal, and destroy.
And that's what he did. Killed my grandbaby, stole my other grandchildren. But you know what he didn't do?
What?
He didn't destroy you. He didn't destroy the children. He didn't destroy me. We're still here. We're still kept and alive. Yes, we might be separated right now, but we must hold on to the hope that we will be reunited again, because love lasts forever.
You are right. Love is long suffering as well as patience. I will use this time to wait, and I will choose to wait well.
Wait well, huh? Explain.
I will use this time to make myself stronger, wiser, and to live in my freedom.
Amen. Now let's freely get to the nail salon.
Mama, look at my new coloring book. It's so pretty. I'm gonna color you a pretty picture. Mama, are you okay?
Oh, yes, of course, I'm fine. I'm fine. You've been acting strange lately.
You've been acting strange lately. Are you sick?
No, honey, I'm just a little tired. Can you go in your room and play for a little bit? Please stop hurting me. Please don't hurt me. They're watching me. Shadows keep telling me. They're everywhere. They're trying to get inside my head.
You are not enough.
She deserves better.
You should go.
End it. I can't let them win. I must keep them out. But they're so strong. They'll keep whispering to me, telling me, hit myself in the face, slap myself, make myself run. End it all. No, we can't go outside. The shower will get us.
What shadows? There's nothing else.
I'm sorry, Sammy. I can't go to the park. Who is it? Come in. Hi, Dr. Wilson. So, Lucy, how have you been lately? Feeling it? The cells, they're getting stronger. I can't control. Have you been taking your medication? Yes, but it's not working anymore. We might need to adjust your doses and also try this new therapy technique. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Wilson. All right, see you soon. Done. I wish I could be a better mother to her, but the shadow is too strong.
It's okay, Mom. I love you.
I love you too, Tammy. I wonder sometimes why. I hear my children's voices. I see them in the yard. I want to hug them. I am a mother. I pretend to see them fall. I feel their pain. I touch their bruise. I wonder if they are the same. I cry with them. I am their mother. I understand I want them to know right from wrong. I say this because I care. I try to understand them. I want them to understand me because I am a mother. My name is Tina, and my poem, My Beautiful Woman for Grace House. I see you in the morning, I see you at night. Damn, I see you all day. G is for the gracefulness and love we share with each other. I is for the impression that we leave with each other. R is for the responsibility. L is for the love we share. S is for the secret and the struggle we share and keep. We are a group of women on the road of overcoming and achieving our goals. And thank you.
We have a short talk back. The experience of one creating this show with these women, as Joy mentioned earlier, we do it over the course of 16 weeks, but it is a lot of conversation and trying to honestly first find what we want to speak about together. A lot of the discoveries that we do at the beginning is just kind of getting information out, and then partway through the process we go, okay, well, what is the story that we want to tell? What are we trying to give back to the audience? And one of the things that came up very early in the process, and I feel as you've probably heard this in the other sessions, folks aren't interested in only telling stories about their pain. They're interested in telling stories about their transformation and how they've gone through those transformations. So I hope that that story gave you a little bit. We're going to invite the women to kind of bring these chairs in, bring a little closer, so that we can, if we have any questions from the audience, please feel free to raise your hand. I know Miss Latrice has to leave at 3 o'clock, so at 4, what time is it now? What time are we looking? 3:36, look at that. We got enough time for you to tell us everything. We got enough room for everybody?
Sometimes we start with the same question because even though there might be some similar faces in the audience, it's to unpack it in a thoughtful way for those that are here for the first time. So definitely in this process, we do not as facilitators choose the theme for them. It is not our show. We are facilitators, and this process is really for them as an artist to start to impact what is relevant, what is resonating in their story toolkit, right? So yes, mental wellness was a predominant theme, and so my open question to all of you, what was challenging? And remember to project and speak out to all our friends.
For me, what was challenging is to actually be able to tell my story and have a confidence in myself and not to feel shy or that the audience is paying attention.
as mental illness or things from your past, from your childhood, things of that nature, it can be very helpful, but at the same time, it's a lot of emotions dealing with that, you know, and then feeling comfortable to share it openly with other people. It was comfortable with us because we were used to being with each other, but then having the courage to share open like this, that's a whole nother level. So I think that's where first we had to become comfortable within ourselves to share that and to let it go. And then it became easier for us. I think the more we do it, we know that we're not alone, that other people, everybody has their own story and their own journey. So it's good to let someone else know that you're not alone. We share some similarities and we all go through stuff. So that's what it was for me.
Yeah, for me, it was getting comfortable as well. I mean, when we started, we didn't really know each other the way we do now. So, you know, being willing to open up in front of everyone. And then I have really bad, like, anxiety with public speaking and stuff. So getting comfortable with doing this took forever. But obviously I can do it now.
To the audience, before we came up here, Anna was stressing about whether or not she would be able to go through all of it without looking at her script. And we told her, Anna, you know this piece. She didn't look at it once. So another
Well, I'm comfortable with it. I started Steel Point Theater in 2007 or 8. I think probably about that time. And that's when I met Lisa. And she's awesome. She gets you to the point that you really can do what you think you can't do. That was, anytime they need me or whatever, I'm just gonna jump out there. I got courage now, and I can do it.
I want to add on to that because this festival, I feel like Lisa already had set the stage. She was doing this work for decades. My first project with her was on human trafficking, then it went to this, and now I'm in Cook County twice a month. So yes, and to Lisa.
I think the most challenging part was deciding which part of my life that I want to express or tell or communicate. Just narrowing it down to one layer of my life. That was the most challenging part.
So, I guess I got stage fright because behind the scenes and in rehearsal, I know everything, and then when I get in front of people, it's like my brain just melts away, and I'm unable to do it appropriately. But being a part of this organization, meeting Lisa, it's still a comfort feeling because it's practice. There's no mistakes, it's no judgment, it's no shame. It's like I'm just fooling around or going over things with like a close family. Now, mind you, this is like the 4th time we've done this. Don't worry, it gets, I forget more and more. Next time it'll be better.
That's right. That's right.
Hi, okay. I get a little stage fright. I'll be at home. I said, my neighbor thought I was going crazy. pull up in the car, I'm doing it all the way here. And then I get here and like, okay, it's gonna be people out there. And I get here and it's like, ugh. But I love doing it. And her script that I did, she gave me to me a couple days before, and I'm like, oh God. But I think I can get there. Yes. And I enjoy doing it. Most of all, I do like writing poems. More than, but I would do a little acting, but I like writing poems.
Can we go down the line real quick and everyone just give your name so folks know who you are? Please, we'll start with you.
My name is Tina Marie.
My name is Pashay. I'm Mariah.
I'm Gloria.
Anastasia.
Latrice and Joan.
Any questions from the audience? I see you over there.
See, several of you mentioned that, like, ooh, this is hard. What was the thing that made you decide it was worth it to do the hard things? Like, take that step of getting on stage for the first time, or whatever the hard thing was.
So, I wrote my poem while I was in prison, and I never thought it would see the light of day. So, getting an opportunity to like be able to share it, with the world and do something, like I love art and the arts and everything, to do with that. So being able to be involved in that and share something of my own was really what did it for me.
So to go back off of like what Anastasia just said, I wasn't scared to do anything else. When I was getting in trouble, I wasn't afraid to do all of that. So I say you only live once. So why not enjoy the moment and accept at least I made an accident or I wrote something for someone to say that meant something. So it does go on YouTube, so it'll always be there as long as that site is up and running. So it does take courage, but knowing that it's a courageous thing once I'm out there and I'm sharing, it feels good.
Like, piggybacking off of Pashay, I did things and I wasn't scared, but what made me really want to do so, because I was told when I was little, you can't do that. And I like to show people I can do whatever, whenever, and whatever I want.
Nate, you had a question?
Yeah, I say boring ass professional theater all the time. This is so much better. Every bit was just so good. The part about one of you mentioned like how hard it is, I think it was you, Latrice, and how hard it is to like show the hard parts. The voices part really got me. Really got me. And when's the next show?
March 16th.
I think I was kind of tricked. I'm going to explain. So when I knew about Steel Point, they were coming to where I was comfortable, which is Grace House. So I'm comfortable there, right? I can do that. I can talk and, because I'm comfortable. These people I know, even to St. Lennox. So I know them people. I'm okay. Then they started talking about, we going on the road. we inviting people, politicians and all that. I say, well, so who gonna be doing that? We got the flyer, you gotta do marvelous. And I'm like, from being around like-minded people that accept you, that are really open to listen to you and try to see what you're saying, hear the message you're giving, that helps. But when you're not sure, that's where the nerves come in. That's where nervous and nerves, you know, both of them, like right here and right here. They like, you know, one telling you, you can do it, you good. Now, no, you can't. You gonna get out there and fail. So, but I'm still here and I'm gonna still keep coming back.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so while you guys were going up your concepts, first of all, I want to say that you guys did every single emotion. I laughed, I cried, like I felt it all. And I was just really wondering, for whoever was sharing, I guess when you were coming up with your concept and, you know, working it together to create these pieces, what did you guys, you know, as the authors of these poems want the takeaway to be?
Well, I know for me, I want the takeaway to be that mental illness is really real today. They finally pulled the Band-Aid off of it, thank God for that. And just to, if you see someone that's struggling with mental illness, that's out in the streets, wherever, on the L, bus stop, whatever, give them a little grace and mercy. Because we tend to look at them, shun, and, you know, turn our faces up at them and you know, talk down about them or whatever. Give them a little grace, because if the shoe was on the other foot, I would want somebody to give me grace and mercy as well. So that's my takeaway.
Gotcha.
So I wrote the shadows scene, and it is a lot about schizophrenia. I had a very good friend. He passed away, but he had schizophrenia. Not understanding someone who's really close to you is a very difficult thing. So, knowing everything he went through, and like his was a religious take, you know, like it's some deep stuff. And can you imagine somebody all day long hearing multiple things, but still trying to coexist in society? He worked a job, you know, had children, so he still functioned, but he would stay awake all night long because he couldn't sleep because of everything that was playing in his mind. So it's a terrible illness, you know, but as Joan said, having grace to know that, you know, you're capable to help that person, or you're able to be there and understand that person. Then not having doctors want to experiment with you, you know, doing test drugs on you, because sometimes it makes situations worse, or it makes individuals into zombies, and then they're not able to function. So that's all.
Mine was just a quick compliment. I really liked the numerical breakdown of words that had plus and minus. So thank you for that. And I'm curious what the prompt was that got you writing about that.
I don't know. I love poetry and I love journaling. And to me, I'm the type, I try to take something that's negative and see the positive, as well as I try to put myself in someone else's position, you know, and try to see the message that they're giving. So I wanted to people to know there's two sides to it, but which one do you want? Do you prefer the positive, or do you want to go to the negative? Because we always have that choice, you know. Okay, Kat.
Save me from my blunder.
First of all, I just want to thank you for sharing your voices and your experiences. They're just so important. So thank you for giving those voices and stories to us. And it makes me wonder, I think I understand based on something you said, that you were not performing your
stuff, it came from somebody on here. And Mariah Peace, that her and Parshay did, the two young ladies right there, Mariah wrote that.
Well, that piece was really so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful. And I just wondered if it was difficult for you to perform your own story, or if it was easier to have someone else perform your story.
So it was extremely difficult because Joy wanted me to do the mother role, but my perspective was the daughter role. So that was real life. And so it was very challenging because I had to step out of myself and walk in the lens of my mother. So that was kind of, it gave me different perspective. It made me understand my mom more, have some compassion on her, and have compassion on myself. So it was very challenging, but it was well deserved. It was some healing in it.
There was, I remember it was one day in the middle of the summer after you had written the first version of the script and we had started working on it. And I think we had gone away for like 4th of July or something, and when we came back in, like the words out of your mouth was, yeah, over break I had an experience that just made me see this completely different. And for me, that was one of those moments, like as one, like facilitator, but two, just like as an artist, it's like those are the moments I feel like we are chasing. Like, what are the moments that make us look at the people around us and look at other people and go, oh, I can actually put myself in your shoes for longer than a second and actually use that to create some sort of empathy. And I think it comes through in the work that you do as well. Because it's very easy for the mom character to just be very angry. But that's not the choice you chose. That's not how you played it. Like, there was a strength and a steeliness behind it, a fortitude that I think mothers, and at least for my mom, need to end up having as they're figuring out how to process their relationship with their child. So.
In this process, God bless them, I throw a lot of emotional prompts. And let them sit with it, and sometimes they just come in and look at me like, you know, because we are all storytellers, right? Yeah. So I thank you from the bottom of our heart, because it is such a joy to be a part of this process with you as we all widen our lens, like you said so eloquently, Kevin, to just widen our lens and be in someone else's shoes and find that empathic moment. So thank you. And yeah.
There was a lot of, what you call it, corroboration and commitment to this. And I'm not talking about just us. I'm talking about Steel Point as a whole. The time that Lisa put for this to be here from years later, and the people involved in it, the ones we do know and the ones that we don't. It's amazing, but it do take a lot. Just the weeks of coming up with what you're gonna do, then changing that, then editing. So what we gonna put in, what we not gonna put in, what we gonna work on. Let's do breathing techniques. It's a lot, but it's worth it. And guess what? I don't know about nobody else, but a lot of times I see, far as women or people who identify as women, it's hard to put a bunch of women together and get them to be on one accord. Or one is jealous and one is trying to sabotage the other. But this is what we sitting here today doing. And it's amazing. And man, I so appreciate everybody that have a hand in this and everybody that's sitting in this room. I thank you so much.
All right, well, thank Joy. Yes.
Could you tell them about the next show?
Yes, our next show is March 16th at Church of the Holy Spirit in Lake Forest. We will always be posting on our social channels whenever we have a show. So please, follow us on our social channels. We're going to start the next cohort season the next couple of months. And there'll be another show that we start developing. And Lisa, just so you know too, I've gotten calls from a few other folks that say, can you do it here? But we've got this funding with St. Leonard's. But the word is getting out there. Other folks like, whoa, that is so cool what Still Point Theater is doing.
I want to say something. We first did the show, we did it at St. Leonard's. And everybody in the audience had tears in their eyes. Everyone. Till I guess we hit home or they felt our pain and stuff. It's just that, like, I wrote mother. I am a mother, a grandmother, and a great-grandmother. A lot of people don't want to see their children hurt, but they're going to do what they want to do anyway. You have to just wrap your arms around them and love them, hold them and hug them until they get to understand. But thank you all for coming.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Let's give our
Oh, yes. So our favorite part of the Behind the Mask show is that we have the hug stand, and this is a big shout out to our collaborator Mandy, who isn't here with us today. But as you're walking out, the women here, and also being on the stand here as well, we offer you a hug as you walk out. The hug stand is meant to be used to give hugs, so please come and get your hug as you walk out. Just a few announcements before we wrap up over here, folks. Up next at 4:15, we have the Civic Actor Studio Workshop. Shout out Jody Friedman, woo woo woo. Right after that, at 5:30, we have Newspaper Theater, Demystifying Objectivity Through Critical Performance. Shout out Mark of the Center for Applied Theater, woo woo. And closing out the night at 7:15, we have a performance of Pangea by Carson Banker with some actors from the Chicago Shakespeare Theater. We have a fun evening coming up. Come and get your hugs, and we'll see you for the rest of this afternoon, y'all.